While retail participation has multiplied many folds, and that is a good sign, like you are saying, but some of our viewers might say, but allotment has become very difficult. क्या फायदा?
एब्सोल्युटली मैं यही कहता हूँ कि आप अगर अप्लाई भी कर दो तो पहली बात तो द चांसेस ऑफ अलॉटमेंट आर वेरी लो स्पेशली द काइंड ऑफ ओवर सब्सक्रिप्शन दैट यू हैव सीन एंड इवन इफ यू डू गेट एन अलॉटमेंट यू विल गेट एन अलॉटमेंट ऑफ वन लॉट which is going to be around 15,000 rupees, which is even if it doubles on listing, let's say, it is not really enough to move the needle. So what do you have to do? You have to use your network, your resources, your family, and apply in multiple names. Hope that you get multiple allotments.
Some of
Yeah.
those companies, viewers, that we are saying at this stage, and the list is likely to be longer. Swiggy, FirstCry, Ola Electric, Oyo, and Portea Medical. And in fact, there are by some estimates more than a dozen firms that are in the pipeline, including some drug makers, some technology firms, and they have, according to reports, hastened their work. Pranav, one of the things that we have picked up in the recent past is the fact that post the state elections, there is a renewed sense of optimism. Of course, some of the correction that we have seen, and corrections are part of trading and market behavior on a daily basis, but there is a renewed sense of optimism that the political signals in a general election year, which is 2024, are all in the right place. Do you think that will also play out on the 2024 IPO outlook?
Well, yes, absolutely. We've seen historically, and we need to, always be conscious of the fact that the primary market essentially follows the secondary market, albeit with a, lag of 3 to 4 months. And you've seen it this year as well, like in previous years. In this year, the markets hit lows in the month of March, and after that, you've seen secondary markets, continuously hitting all-time highs. And commensurately, you started seeing a pickup in the primary market activity from June, July onwards. So, primary market will continue to follow a secondary market. And, to your point of the elections and what Sudeep also mentioned with regards to, what the US Fed has kind of signaled. I think both these have been extremely positive signs for the secondary market. Of course, there is a heightened sense that the general elections will throw a stable government again back in power, and so you are seeing this pan out in the primary market as well. In fact, we did a research just recently looking at the previous 6 months before any general elections, and the amount of money which has already been raised in 3 months, which is October, November, December, is already 5 times the cumulative amount of the money which has been raised in the previous 5 election cycles. So,
Wow.
there is a lot of optimism. As far as the pipeline is concerned, I don't think there's really been ever an issue in terms of the supply. Even if, as we sit right now, there are about 27 companies which have SEBI approval, which are looking to raise 28,000 crores, which includes names like Indigene, Ibix Cash, India First Life Insurance. There are another 30 companies which are awaiting SEBI approval, which are looking to raise about 35,000 crores. This includes, GoDigit, NSDL. Of course, Oyo is a big issue, which has also been with SEBI for some time. There's also a pickup in filing. So, there is extremely positive sentiment right now,
Pranav,
backed by
one quick
this will.
point. Pranav, one quick point. You mentioned Ebix Cash. Is there any update about the possibility of issue from them? Because the US based parent has filed for bankruptcy. So is this India business IPO still in the pipeline?
Well, I think the merchant bankers would be the right people to ask that question. But of course, they still continue to hold SEBI approval and thus technically can launch their issue. But the point being that there is a lot of supply which is lined up, and there are a lot of filings which are taking place. However, there is a caveat to this, and you've seen this in the past as well, that even though the pipeline may be exceedingly strong, in case there is a change in the sentiment for whatever reason in the secondary market, it doesn't take very long for this pipeline to vanish as well. In the past, also, you've seen IPOs, worth 60,000 crores, 70,000 crores, getting, promoters essentially letting the approval lapse. because the market sentiment is not positive or they're not getting the valuations that they expect.